What's going on? I was just checking out a couple friends of mine on their little live doing their challenge. And I got to tell you, today's been pretty wild. I'm in my studio right now because I'm having computer issues. My computer crashed, so I had to grab my laptop and my webcam. Then I had to download some software to get her up and running, but it looks like we may be good to go now. I'm hoping we are good to go now. So the first thing I want to talk about, or today I want to talk about, I guess I should start by saying I'm in a 30-day Facebook Live challenge with a marketing group called Easy Digital Profit Network. And today is day number 10. So I wanted to share with you some things. If you've seen my title on goal setting, let's see if I can set this here. So there's a couple things with goal setting, and I talked a little bit about it the other day, but I'm going to get a little more deeper into goal setting. Goal setting is a great way for you to create your compelling vision. And that's a very powerful tool if you'd like to be successful in sports, business, or life. There's two things that you need to do in order to create great goals. The first one is you got to suspend disbelief. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that term, but suspend disbelief would be like you're getting ready to go to the movies and you're going to see a movie that you know is untrue, but when you go in, you suspend disbelief so that you can get the most out of the movie. That would be a great definition. In order to set goals, because everybody has this little negative side that will tell you you can never do that, you're not good enough, it'll never happen, all these different things. So you must suspend disbelief. The second thing you need to do is you need to find your why. This is different for everybody. Some people may know what it is right now. Some people may need time to figure out what it is. Some people may have no idea what it is. But your why is your long-term goal for your compelling vision. And if I'm meeting with a client, depending on their age, if it's let's say a young adult to, early 20s, I would frame my question to them like this. If we were to meet a couple years from now and God gave you the pen and everything that you wrote was to come to fruition, what would that look like? And again, it might take some people, they may know right now what that is. It may take other people who never even thought about it. So some people may have to put some thought to it. Now, if I was working with a younger child, I might use the term, if you had a magic genie and she gave you the pen, just to eliminate any confusion, because kids already maybe not have full comprehension of what that is. But these are visionary questions. So once that's answered, once I get the answer to that question, my next question would be, what can you do in the next 30 days in order to move you in the direction of that vision? And then after you achieve that goal, then you'd look at what it is in the next 30 days and next 30 days. And ultimately what you're trying to do is be better today than you were yesterday. If you just got a little bit better today, and each day for 30 days, how much better would you be in 30 days? So, and I often say with your why, it's a feudalism. If your why doesn't almost make you cry, it might not be your why. For me, one of my biggest issues, and we talked about suspending disbelief, but one of my biggest issues is I never set my goals high enough. I truly feel that that was one of the things that I didn't do well at. And so I'll give you a quick story on why you should set your goals super high. So we generally have pizza on Friday nights, and one of the friends of my children were over, and as we were eating, I overheard them talking, and they said this: my goal this year in this class is to get a C. That was, I lost it. I said, okay, let's look at this. If your goal was to get a C in the class and you don't achieve it, what do you have? You have a D or an E. You need to set your goal for an A, because then if you don't reach it, at least you will have a B or a C, which would be much greater than the goal that they had initially. So just a little story. So set your goals high. Once you set those goals, I would write my Y, or my long-term goal, and my short-term goal, and I would write it every morning, and I would speak it every morning. I would also write it every evening and speak it every evening. There's two other things I didn't talk about the other day that I use in my coaching, and that is create a vision board. A vision board is very powerful. And so if you set a goal of, I want to play for the University of Michigan, you would create a vision board around that and all the things that it may take to get you there. Here's the cool thing. Once you make that vision board, frame it and hang it where you can see it on a daily basis. That's a great tip for goal setting. Lastly, use visualization. I say this all the time. Visualization is the most underutilized tool available. And the way it works is get yourself in a comfortable position, relaxed. Maybe you like listening to music or something, but at a low volume so you can concentrate. Deep breaths, get in a very relaxed state, and then start to visualize these things. And while you're using visualization, you want to use all 5 of your senses. You want to, what does it look like? So let's go back to the example I just gave you. If your long-term goal was to play for the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor at the Big House, you would visualize yourself there. You would see what you would see there. Fans in the stands, whatever you envision is what you create. Your perception is your reality. What would you hear? What would it feel like? What would be the emotions? If it was something that you were visualizing that would make you sad, you would almost want to come to tears. The more real your visualization is, the more the seed is planted in the subconscious mind to believe that you've already been there. For one, it eliminates fear. Secondly, it's going to put you in a subconscious state, because I believe when you plant that seed in the subconscious mind, because it doesn't know right from wrong, it'll do anything it can to make that come to fruition. So I wanted to share with you some of my tips. What's up, Aaron? Great live you did with Marcy. That was awesome. I had to completely redo my studio. I'm in my studio because my computer crashed, so I could do my live today. So I built my studio up, and it's taken me a little bit of time. I actually shot this video and I didn't have the software downloaded, so I didn't have it there. So anyways, yeah, no, actually this is a painted wall. So yeah, and we put backgrounds on it for my online course and my YouTube videos. So it looks like I'm at a news desk and stuff. But yeah, I really enjoyed your guys's live today. I thought it was pretty cool, and some of the things that you guys talked about. getting people fired up. I always like to hear you speak. And Marcy, she's great as well. So I've had a long day. I had issues. I couldn't get my studio lights to work. My computer crashed. The kids were not mentally prepared for practice today. I had to come back to the office, and I'm getting ready to go home and make lunches for tomorrow. But that's the sort of thing. You don't let those things get in your way. You handle them as they come. I created my studio. I got my live done. I did some other work today. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always right. All right, and I'll talk to you, Aaron. Thanks for joining me. Have a great, fantastic day. And use those goal setting tips. Appreciate it. Hey, Aaron, go back and check the replay. I put some pretty powerful goal setting tips in there for you. Thanks. Have a great day.